He said, hey, look. He said, hey, look. He said, hey, 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 hey.
Everything the light touches.
Simba.
You know, I gotta say something controversial.
Have you heard of the N-word, Simba?
Have I?
Have I? The giddiness. The idea that a lion in the African Sahara would have would have heard the N-word at all.
The N-word
is astonishing.
I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah,
it's not impossible. It's highly improbable.
What year does that?
I would just
movie
say
take
unlikely.
Place? Because that movie can take
That's
place
like
it can take place like it's such a wide range. Where
I have never. That is sincerely an amazing question. I have never once thought about when the Lion King takes place, because it could be like the 14. It could be 1400s or yesterday.
Yeah, dude. That is because I'm just like, okay, if it knows the N-word, at least we have somewhat of a range. Now we have a range for when it could take place, because like
if he knows the N-word, it's definitely after 2002.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's set in the future. So somebody wrote that fucking movie to be set in the future. So, it's the 24.
This is actually a highly discussed topic on Reddit. They have quite a big Reddit.
Oh no shit!
Are you serious?
I mean, I guess it is an interesting question.
Quite a big Reddit. It's pretty interesting.
If the
no
topic
one has
comes
any
up,
fucking clue though.
Yeah,
no one has any fucking clue
because there's no there is no references.
Well, The Lion King 2 does have a reference to ExxonMobil.
I don't know if you're serious or not.
I don't believe you.
I'm dead serious. Hold on. Lion King 2 gas station scene.
Isn't that like when he goes to Japan? It's called like Lion King 2 Simba's Spies or something.
It's called Lion King Simba Seppuku.
Yeah. So he learned. Wait, so he commits seppuku, or what are we talking about?
I haven't thought about it really that much. But
I haven't
welcome
made
to
it
the
up
Snark
yet.
Tank Podcast.
I haven't made it up yet.
Oh wait, you can't. You can't
made it up yet.
You can't. Wait. Hold on.
Can you imagine seeing a lion committing seppuku, dude? That would be whoa. I would die happy, I think, if I saw that.
I would just keep quiet. I would just keep quiet and watch. I would not say a word. I would not move a muscle. I would just look and then leave.
Watch.
And then you
got to take it and digest.
You're like, whoa, and I would get out of there. As soon as his guts are entirely out of his stomach, I'm running away.
I like imagining it fumbling with the sword with its paws. It's a really
and who's doing
image to me.
Who's because usually they cut your head off at the end, right? Usually they cut your head off at the end of it. Like usually you'll impale yourself or whatever, you'll disembowel yourself, and then usually there'll be people there to cut your head off at the end. If it's who would be the person to
So what it is because he's an animal, he can't really have another person. So I imagine it is, he seppukus himself and then he falls over and then his head pops off like a Lego.
Oh, it just does
very cleanly. Yeah, like very cleanly and very underwhelmingly. Like just a little.
I can imagine Rikishi, or Rafiki, not Rikishi. What am I thinking of?
Rafiki?
I'm thinking of some fucking Rafiki. I'm thinking of Rikishi.
You said Rafiki, nigga. Who?
Wait, isn't it Rafiki?
Rafiki.
Rafiki, whatever.
It is Rafiki.
I'm close. I just added like a letter.
Rafiki is definitely different. It's definitely much different.
I think it's better.
Derek's brain is so poisoned that he added a hard R to Rafiki. Like that's great.
Freaky.
I mean, he's just horny. I mean, isn't he already horny in the original?
Not at all. He does nothing sexual ever.
If I remember correctly, he's trying to seduce Simba the entire movie. Like, I thought that's the whole point of his arc.
Yeah, I forgot.
There's a scene.
Right.
Yeah,
there is a scene of him fucking a frog in the woods. If you remember that scene, it's like right in the middle of the movie. It's right after Simba grows up, and they're eating the bugs with they're doing the Hakuna Matata thing on the log, and then it smash cuts to Rafiki fucking a frog vigorously in the woods with very little audio. It's just wet slapping audio, and then it cuts back to Hakuna Matata. They fixed that in the theatrical. In the director's cut, it's in there, but in the theatrical release, they took it out because they felt like it was maybe too much.
Interesting. So that was actually a part of the movie and not one of those, like, you know how those guys kept sneaking in subliminal shit? Like, that was just actually a part of the movie. Like
it was a part of the movie. It was a 10, I believe if I recall correctly, it was either 10 seconds or 15 minutes. I can't exactly remember, but it was right in the middle of the... Matata scene.
He's looking directly into the lids too. He's just fucking the frog.
It was a choice, but you know the Lion King is a classic for many, many reasons. It's because they had really, really, really brave artists with a really distinct vision working on that film, and the rest is history.
Exactly.
How about anyway? Look, there's is there anything to talk about? Is there anything going on in the news? I feel like nothing. There's a lot of games related stuff. A lot of studios being shut down. Tango Gameworks is gone, which is a shame because they just made one of my favorite games probably ever, and now they're gone. So I guess that's whatever. That's the nature of the business. I guess everything's fucked. If you're in the games industry, get the fuck out.
I mean, that might not be bad advice. It might not be the best. It might at least have a backup. You know, like something to fall back on. People always say shit like that, and I'm usually the person that's like, "Man, shut the fuck up. Just go for broke." But if you're in the game industry, I think that's actually a very good idea. Unfortunately, you might want
jobs.
Something.
Unfortunately, jobs are not. Look, jobs are not relationships. It's not unethical to be talking to somebody else on the side. In this context, you know, like you always gotta like hedge your bets, have something, because especially in the games industry, man, because like you could put out a master class in game design with hi-fi and then just be fucking massacred by like the biggest company in the world. So like there's no safety anymore.
At least, at the very least, be prepared. If your company gets absorbed into a larger one, you know, right? Like if Microsoft's like, "Oh, we're gonna integrate you," immediately look for another job. Immediately start. Like, just don't even fucking hesitate. Like, oh, I'm not gonna be here very long.
The second Microsoft buys you, quit. Take the money, pocket the money, the money, and run.
Just sprint out of the building. He just fucking like
make sure you have another avenue ready because they're very likely gonna fire you.
That's so fucked, man. That's so fucked. I you know, and it's not like it even the thing that annoys. So fucking stupid. I can't stand this shit, dude. I just want to have good things, and then like every time I'm looking into gaming side of things, it's just been a bunch of bad shit. Now, I don't know if it's because that also gets the most views, and so people are like really looking for bad stuff. But then I feel like this bad stuff has just been happening. Like even, you know, did you guys talk about oh my god, what the name it literally just left my what is it? Oh my god, what is it? Torvik? I can't. What is it? Oh fuck.
What the
oh my god, I can't believe this. Dude, I'm having a stroke right now. I'm sorry.
Live in the moment.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even have a slight idea of what you were building towards. Like, I can't
Someone's gonna wait for him to be done. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, we're gonna help Derek through this. No, you'll trying time.
I'm not gonna help him. I'm gonna watch.
wait. So do you ever do one of those things where you're thinking of something and another name pops in place of it and it fucks up what you were originally trying to find?
Plenty of times.
No.
Yeah, so
No,
I'm
never.
I'm looking for porn, and all of a sudden I think dick. I'm like, oh man, I got dick on my, so I'll watch some gay porn.
And then
I'm like, what's going on, man?
I hate when that happens, bro, dude.
It's like, God damn it,
you
dude.
watch it to completion.
Watch a whole gay porn movie to completion, dude. You get one of the plot-based ones too, so it's like another 45 minutes of your night just watching these two dudes fall in love.
That's crazy. Hold on, I can't fucking believe this happened. Okay, so let me. It starts with the T. So, there's a name right now that's in my head, and I can't find the real the one. The name right now is Turvold right now in my head.
What do they do? What are they involved in?
So it's I think it's okay. So this is the thing. You guys know about this. It's an extraction shooter, and they just been getting a bunch of shit for having these crazy fucking.
Jesus Christ!
Thank you. Well, see, like it's see, that's the problem. I was like, I know that's not right. And then the next thing that happened was Turok was getting in my head. And I'm like, I know that's not right. I was like, and so I wanted to try to work it out. But when you're on the spot like this, it's hard. It's hard to work shit out like that when you're on the spot.
Yeah, I got you. But, okay, so
anyway.
I did hear about that Tarkov thing. I didn't look super into it because I just don't give a shit about Tarkov. But I knew that it was not great. And then the Helldivers thing happened as well.
Ooh,
that whole
thing back down, right?
That was
Staley's
crazy.
back down, right? Sony back down finally.
Yeah,
they back down.
Yeah, they did. I don't know, man. It's a mess.
It's kind of stupid that in the first place. I was looking at that a little bit. The Tarkov thing, I looked into it more, just the packs, and it was kind of insane. I've never seen packs that. Now maybe this is just me not being that deep of a gamer, but I've never seen packs that were that like big. There was like upwards $250. There was one that was like I think over like $300 or something. And I think one of them was supposed to give you the PvE version of the game, but it was like, long story short, eventually you were supposed to be able to, you get the game, you're going to be able to get, the everything else that comes with it. And like, you're going to get the DLC that comes with it when it rolls out. And they were trying to say this PvE isn't DLC, so it's not free. You need to get this. It was a whole fucking thing. And it was really disappointing to see like a company like that trying to do some shit that was kind of worse than some of the stuff you would see like a Ubisoft do. It was actually really kind of interesting, because, but I guess, what are you going to do, man? The fuck what are you going to do at this point? You're just gonna be greedy. I guess people just gotta vote with their dollars. That's all they can do. But it never seems to work out though. It always seems like there's enough whales and krakens to line their pockets. So it kind of like doesn't work out that way. Where you have a lot of people like, I'm not gonna buy this, and then they'll release the ultimate diamond pack that's like fucking $500,000, and some piece of shit would actually buy it. They're like, oh well. There you go. They just made up a lot of money that other people were boycotting, and it's just like it's shit like that, So I guess we should just beat up rich people. Is that it? Is that where
you feel
we're
stupid? You feel dumb.
Yeah. Should we just go around beating up rich people? Is that what we're supposed to do? Except for if you're one of our rich fans of ours, like I love you, and you can donate as much to our Patreon.
Well, we don't have any rich fans. All of our fans are homeless. Remember?
That's true. We gotta fuck ourselves.
It's a shame.
We gotta fuck ourselves.
We really cater. We cater to the worst demographic possible. Let's make a show that that appeals exclusively to the people who can't listen to it. God, I would love to be in the boardroom for like to hear that pitch from like an authentic person, like from an authentic perspective. Like I want to make a show that really appeals to the homeless. you're in like fucking Netflix's boardroom or whatever. And you're like, what?
Like how are they gonna watch it? I don't know, but if they do,
I haven't thought that far.
I think they'll find it. I think.
But if they do watch it.
Break into someone's home and watch it. Oh, let's go. Yeah.
They'll break into. They'll watch it through people's windows.
Yeah,
they'll stand outside of people's windows while they're watching it. They'll be like, "Wow, I really
gotta get a home. They
gotta really hope to God that they have captions on. Whoever's watching.
Yeah.
But let's move on to some questions, since there's not really much news to talk about. A lot of it's gaming related, and like I don't know. I spent so much time talking about that shit this week on Sacred. Just getting on to some questions. We got a lot of questions over at patreon.com/SnarkTank. Remember, by the way, SnarkTank.shop. That store is opening in a week's time for everybody, maybe even a little bit earlier. Who knows? But there's a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff there's going away also. Well, not a lot of stuff, but like a couple of things are going away. So get it while you can. Patreon.com/SnarkTank, $5 tier gets you a question right on the show, like privates over here. Is that his name? Privates. That's so dumb.
That's pretty cool.
That is so stupid. That's like a not a honeymooners, but like a fucking Abbott and Costello joke. Hi, I'm Private Anderson Privates, and these are my privates. That's so stupid. Question. Hi, fuckfaces. Question for Derek and Chris, since they're musically inclined, unlike Sween. Was curious if you guys could break down the distinction between singles, EPs, LPs, and regular albums. How do these get formed / classified? Thanks for all the laughs. I'll shut up and listen now. That confused me for a while too. I wasn't sure what the difference between EPs and LPs were in particular.
It all derived from records, vinyl records back in the day. That's where all the classifications started.
So if I'm not mistaken, a EP is a extended play, which is usually not that long, usually about 4 to 6 songs. A LP is called a long play, and there are about 10 to like 12 or 15 songs, I'm mistaken. And then there's obviously singles, and then there's albums, which are behind the studio. And it's that simple, pretty much, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
And then there's records, which are singles as well. And technically albums are also records as well, too.
Well, so that's just kind of been like a little bit of confusion, because a record is supposed to be... Because a record is just a record. It, like I said, it all derives from the vinyl records. All these classifications. And so it doesn't translate well when you got to... Because CDs, you're able to carry so much shit, and most people didn't do singles CDs. Sometimes there are samples, usually, but like it doesn't translate well in like it did back in the day. You can find a ton of single records. You can find a bunch of EPs, like all of that shit. Like you can find a bunch of that stuff. And but yeah, his classification is 100% correct. And the one thing is, I don't really see in the nowadays things, unless you're doing a concept album, I don't really see the benefit in dropping an album anymore. I really don't. Because it just doesn't get, like, because now everything's streaming based. You get the most streams by releasing singles. 1 billion%. That's why you see a lot of fucking, especially in rap, a lot of people releasing 1 to 2 minute singles, like just a bunch, because it's just completely inflating the numbers. Because you only need 30 seconds for it to count as a play. Just listen to stream for 30 seconds. A lot of people kind of don't listen to albums that much anymore. And then a lot of people don't have the free fucking version they have the free version of Spotify, for example, where they can't even listen to the album. So it's one of those things where it's like a lot, you kind of...
the albums on the free version?
It shuffles everything. It shuffles the artist's catalog. If you have a free version...
You have no control at all?
No. So, and then you can only skip 6 times before you're fucked for like an hour or something. Or something like that. There's heavy restrictions. And also, it doesn't even show you the top... Brother, it doesn't even show you the top songs that they have. You know, like I forgot about that. I let it run out for a while, and then I was like, I can't do this. You know, like I was like, I'm not gonna pay for this shit anymore. And then it went out, and it's like you can't even see the top. Like, oh, here's their most top streams and shit. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is this? Like, they restrict the most basic stuff. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff. I think releasing an EPs are great. I think like 5 songs. Releasing something like that, easily digestible, is the way to go. I think
it depends on what it is. Obviously, concept albums are what I listen to the most. That's like my most listened to demographic of music. So like, I would, you can't really do a concept album in 5 songs. You need like a fucking like a 10 song thing.
You technically can, like say this band Spirit Box. They just put out an EP, and it's just the concept of essentially dying and death. Yeah, and they just dropped an EP, I think late last year or early this year, I can't remember. But it's like 6 songs, and it's just all about like, I think it's just like passing over or something, experiencing death. So it worked. It worked really well. But like I would say 6 is a good. Yeah, if it was like 3 songs, it would be a little weird. Like what the fuck kind of concept is this? Unless they're extremely long songs.
I found out about EPs when I was like 19. I had no clue they were before that. I was like, I just knew they had people had music, and I found out that there was EPs, and I was like, oh, these are like real things. These are just small.
Yeah. The one thing that
the first one I remember listening to really was because there's mixtapes also. Mixtapes are pretty much LPs.
Well, mixtapes are specifically like I would say 99% of the time royalty free beats that you can't sell. So you slap together.
Yes, you're right. Yes, right about that.
Yeah, you just slap together a mixtape and then you just here you go and then you throw it out there. Which that's the kind of shit that I did because I was like I've only bought 2 beats ever, and license. I've only licensed 2 beats, and I'm like I can use them commercially, and I'm like this fucking sucks. So I'm like I don't like paying for beats. You know.
Yeah,
it's kind of shit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that's the distinction. Hope we could educate you.
Yeah.
On the music industry, as we are all qualified to do. Clearly, Pi-Fi wrote in, says hello Fireball, Common Grab, and DP. Don't know what any of this means.
Huh.
Those are fighting terms, right?
Yes.
First time patron here, and shout out to Cinna for putting me on. Cinna.
Nice. I shout out, man. I fucking love word of mouth. I there's nothing cooler than word of mouth to me. Like,
is that real?
I don't know.
Cinna's pretty big.
Word of mouth.
I feel.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I don't think he's talking about that. I don't know.
I'm fascinated by that. If that's true.
Verify
cool. Dope. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. She's not following any of us, so like I don't know. But
Yeah,
that's pretty sick. If
That
that's
is cool.
true, then that's pretty sick.
If
Yeah,
it's the
word of
same
mouth is great.
person, then yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Pi-Fi writes in. If at your next live show, the audience only consisted of unattended prepubescent children who were singing the intro and spouting in-jokes so they were undeniably there for you, how would you be reevaluating your content and online presence? Thank you for making my workdays significantly more bearable.
Oof.
Let me tell you something. I would immediately start taking every single possible brand deal, regardless. I'm going to sell so much garbage to you kids. It's unbelievable. And be like, oh, Coco Melon season 98 or whatever the fuck. I don't know, Fisher Price's. I don't know. Does Fisher Price even exist anymore? Do kids play?
Very much so.
Babies play with toys, or do they just like slap an iPad in front of you the second you're born?
I will
Depends.
say, every time I'm in publicly, I can't remember seeing a physical toy anymore, and I do see an iPad that's playing YouTube Kids. Like that is pretty.
Yeah.
It
depends.
It does definitely depend, but I guess I'm gonna focus now on it. I'll find out now.
My godson has toys. He definitely plays with toys and he loves toys.
Do you steal them?
But when you put on like not anymore. He's not like that brainwashed with Coco Melon anymore. But like 2 years ago, he put on Coco Melon. He got shot. If you put that shit on, he's not crying about being shot anymore. He's focused on the TV. It's fucking wild. He uses the iPad and stuff less now than when he was really little, though.
Right. He
He
uses
doesn't
it less
focus on it anymore. Yeah, he's more focused on like playing with somebody. That's more fun to him.
Okay, well that's good.
Sounds like an anomaly.
That's at least
but that
some
is
positive.
Cool.
I feel like that's not an
change.
anomaly.
Yeah, no.
I feel like that's just kids. Because even my niece from New York, she's like 6 now, and she wasn't really an iPad kid.
Yeah.
I was doing the parents are busy and they need a moment to breathe because being a parent is a lot of they were like, here, just give me a moment to deal with this.
Yeah,
because little kids are very annoying and a lot to worry about.
Being a parent's really not that big of a deal. It's pretty.
That is an insane thing to say.
It looks pretty fucking easy to me. But
yeah, dude, for sure.
I really don't. Sure. Every time somebody complains about it, it's like, oh man, it's so difficult. I'm like, it's literally, it's such a small being. Like you can handle it. Like how bad could it possibly be? If it really gets really bad, you could take that baby in like a fight easily. So like I just don't understand what the threat is. I don't.
Do you think it's all aggression based? Do you think it's all aggression and combat based? All the difficulty from a child is aggression and combat.
Is that not what it? I don't understand. What do you mean?
Yeah, it is always. It's about fights. That's it.
Yeah.
Your baby starts crying, you fight it. Just shut up. That's it.
Throw it away.
I remember when I was born. I remember when I was born and I started running to the hospital. I ran to the door. I was like running out. I was like, I was screaming. And then my dad punched me in the top of my head, like right in the top down.
Oh, wow.
And they had to use like they had to use like suction cups to pull my head back up.
Yeah.
From caving in. But
it was like, take that, Viet Cong. And they say, oh, sorry, son.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The idea of somebody clobbering someone like a Dragon Ball Z over the top head punch to their kid that just came out the womb is crazy to me. And they let him leave with the kid. They still let him leave with that child. It's nuts.
Did you hear about that one Nazi doctor that did that in the death camps? Where all he did was he would do that trick, you know, when you hold out your arm and then you slap it and do that 360 and then kind of like, you know, comes back around. Like he was just doing that. It was almost like an assembly line. It was like assembly. Yeah, it was essentially that type of shit, dude. I was like, because you know how they have like all that footage.
What research was that possibly for? What could he possibly have been researching?
How to be a jackass?
It was slapstick comedy research. They're trying to see like if it was funny 100% of the time. Isn't it crazy? Gonna continue? Yeah.
That they were all tweaking. Like they were all messed the fuck up.
You have to be.
And just they were tripping.
To be able to do the shit that they did.
That is such a wild understatement for the Nazis in the 1940s. Like, yo, they were tripping.
They were tripping.
I want that to be how they teach it in history classes. Like the Nazis, for lack of a better term, were tripping, folks.
Yeah, like this: to exterminate everybody, including Jewish people, Africans,
gypsies, gay people,
almost all the gypsies. Literally, people don't talk about that very much, but literally almost all the gypsies.
Also just other Germans too. Like literally. they would just be like, he's Jewish. And he's like, what are you talking about? No, I am not. I can't do the German voice at all.
His nose is big.
No, I'm not.
That's basically what they did.
You got a bold nose. Like what? I'm related to you. 9. And kill him.
Yeah.
They were definitely tripping. They were in mid-trip.
My name is literally Steven Hitler. What are you doing?
Hitler. I'm Hitler's second cousin, Steven.
Yeah, whatever. Jew, get in the cart. Get in the cart now.
Yeah, whatever.
You're gonna get the
Jewish fellow, indeed. Anyway, real answer. If I found out all my audience was kids and our first live show was first of all, we'd have to definitely retool the show a little bit, but that would honestly be totally fine for me because dude, kids entertainment is so fucking easy. Like doing that is I would gladly pivot immediately to serving that audience because it's just literally like, what's this color? Blue. And that's it. And then you make like 10 times more money. Your advertiser safe. You get to sell fucking energy drinks that have fucking strontium 90 in them to babies. And then they buy it en masse. Did you see that thing with Logan Paul? How he's getting sued because his energy drink has like pastels in it or something. I don't even know what the fuck the whole
something
thing is.
That you shouldn't have in your body at all. It's in fucking Prime.
It's like the stuff that you put. I'm not even joking when I say this. It's the stuff that you put on things to make things waterproof. Is apparently like in Prime. Just so insane.
I always feel like there's a weird period where you could roll out a product and it doesn't have to be approved by like the FDA or anything. Where I might have told this story before that Bob Marley had these teas, these iced teas that came in like a Snapple bottle type of thing. And there was a shit ton of melatonin and I didn't notice it until after I drank it. Because I slept for 15 fucking hours after I drank the fucking thing. And I was like, dude, what the hell is this? And then I'm like, oh, there's just... And then I think like a couple weeks later or something, then they just took it out. Because I think...
Can melatonin kill you, though? It can't kill you, right?
Well, it can kill you if you fall asleep while you're doing something dangerous.
Yeah,
okay,
you also have to... I feel like to overdose on melatonin, you'd have to take a fucking insane... You have to take so much melatonin to overdose on melatonin that simply eating that much of something would probably kill you in and of itself, I think. Like
maybe so.
I really don't know.
I love the idea of drinking a Bob Marley thing. You're just like,
could we get around this? By the way,
a little ball,
guys. We need to start thinking because we just started our merch. We just started our merch operation, SnarkTank.shop, and we're starting with clothes, but maybe we should start delving into the world of drinks, and I think I have a great name for our next drink. Immediately, we'll just call the drink FDA approved.
Oh,
and
man,
that's the name.
That's fire.
That's the name of it.
That's
right?
fire.
I like that.
You know what I like? It has our logo. It has our logo, but it says FDA approved on it. It'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah,
it doesn't say Snark
and FDA stands for, like, I don't know, fruit delicious elixir.
Appetites.
With an A.
Yeah, something like that. That's stupid. Fucking delicious awesomeness. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking delicious awesomeness approved.
Approved.
And then they can't say that we're claiming that it's FDA approved. That's just the creative license of the name, right? Like like anybody with a reasonable, like, the name of the brand isn't going to be FDA approved. That's ridiculous. That's I think we got something here.
I think we do. I think I'm gonna have to get that drawn up. I think I'm gonna get that logo drawn up.
Oh yeah.
Before we continue, what are our flavors going to be? We should start with like a small line of flavors. I think we start with three main flavors, and then we expand. Okay, piss.
Definitely piss, but piss is an acronym. Piss is an acronym.
Be apple flavored.
It's a pineapple. Anything. What starts with an I?
Pineapple infused sassy syrup.
That's really good.
Sassy syrup.
Sassy syrup.
Pineapple infused sassy syrup.
So it gets piss.
Then we got the N-word one.
What's N-word?
What would that be?
What is that?
It would be Derek. Block this out. Block this out right now.
Oh God.
All right. I'm gonna say one. I got a good one. Okay.
Okay.
He's giving Derek
timestamp. I got
it'd
a timestamp.
It'd be nigga, and it'd be nitro infused grape and good apples. Grape and good apples.
Why'd you mention what needs to be blocked out? I don't get it.
Because the N-word in general, because I don't want us to get in trouble. But whatever.
No, you're so stupid.
Or you can do the hard R. You can do the hard R, and it'd be.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. We can do soft A, man. If there is a black person on the screen and the soft A is said, the algorithm. I swear to God, the algorithm. No.
First of all, I have to say this pisses it really pisses me off that you even bothered to draw attention to that, because that might have been the 10,000th N-word that you've said on this show, but you like singled it out as if it was like uniquely offensive.
I usually try not to say it on the show anymore. I say a lot of extra ammo now.
You are out of your fucking mind.
The last two episodes of the podcast, I have not said the N-word.
Shut the fuck up. I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe that.
You know why? Because I wasn't here. So I did not say the N-word.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're stupid. You're stupid.
So you say what you want. I didn't say it.
By technicality, pussy. Yeah, sure.
That's
you said it in spirit. You said it while you were fucking laying out on a hammock or whatever the fuck you were doing, getting fucked by
definitely said it while
San
we were
Diego
recording.
Pirates.
I was like, yeah, this is the line they're saying it. Lily's like, why are you saying N-word in your sleep? I'm sick.
Kingston, let me ask you something. Let me pose a question to the room. If you are both seeing in a relationship capacity people who are very clearly not black, right? Yes. Let's say they snore, but their snore is them saying the N-word. Like that's how they snore.
I'm gonna record them first.
Soft A or hard R?
It alternates.
Oh,
you first record them. You record them doing it. So when they're like, I don't do that. That's crazy. You just show them doing it, and be like, well, you don't have any clue what this is about, and then you go from there.
Do you have any clue what this is about?
Okay. Underwhelming answer.
Huh. Can you really
That's simple.
Can you really? You can't really be mad. Like what do you?
Right. That's why I'm asking the question.
I guess it's more of like, are they really sleeping, or are they really dedicated to a bit? Like, it's like they stay up all night pretending to snore the N-word.
They have, in fact, never truly slept ever in your presence.
For some, you wonder why they got such horrible bags under their eyes. You're like, what the fuck are these bags under your eyes,
good,
dude?
bro.
Why do you look like bags? That? The bags under their eyes droop past their jowls.
They look deranged.
So they look like the Halo prophets. You know they have those.
They have those fucking bullshit songs.
Do you remember that video that black lady saw looked like a prophet? We were watching this random thing. It was just like a prophet. I was like, "Oh my god, look at that!"
That's awful.
I felt so bad. She looked exactly like.
I wish we had that video. I wish we had that video because that was a crazy video because she did. This woman looked exactly like the prophet of regret, and I can't even.
So crazy. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, it's impossible.
Dumb black bitch.
Yo, relax,
black bitch. You think shit's sweet? I forgot about that dude, man.
I love it because he's fucking tough about it too.
He's great.
He's punk ass black bitch.
It's like, why you gotta throw black in there?
You must think I'm one of them sucker white boys. I'm like, damn, bro. You're kind of turning me on. Stop being so brazen. You're turning me on.
I totally forgot about that, man. It's just bringing back a flood of memories of seeing that for the first time through Batman. Somebody dubbing, like this guy is like shoplifting, and then Batman shows up to stop a punk ass black bitch, and the dude's looking at Batman like, what? I was like, that's great. The internet makes me happy sometimes, man. And then I immediately
like Batman,
I get on Twitter and I get sad.
Could be racist. I feel like he definitely could be racist.
I think
he wouldn't know it though at first. He'd figure it out later on and be like, "Oh shit."
He's very sheltered in a real world scenario. I can imagine him being a bigot because he just hasn't experienced he hasn't been in the streets.
Do you think
he can figure it out later on and not be racist anymore? But like he would be like, "Oh shit, I'm bugging."
Do you think? Here's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Do you think because Batman's whole story is that he's like, why is he he's like afraid of bats for a reason, right? Or is it just like a general kind of phobia?
So he was molested by a horde of bats.
Never happened. Yes, technically you used the right word. Actually, yes, you are right.
Yeah.
He actually was molested.
He was molested, but they actually they slid off his pants. And
no, they did not. Could you imagine a bunch of bats?
So here's the so here's the thing.
His pants off his body.
if Batman is so sheltered and he's like this rich person and he's like he's sheltered from the world, he doesn't really understand the greater context of the universe that he lives in. Yeah. And he, instead of bats, he's in like an arcade or something, and a black guy walks up to him and pushes him against the wall and just kicks him in the nuts and runs away.
No,
is he then traumatized? Hold on, wait. He's then so traumatized by black people that he becomes BLACKMAN.
BLACKMAN. I already knew it was coming, but it needed to hit the ether.
What's funny? I like that. I like the idea that it was the same exact experience. But it's just instead of bats coming out of that cave, it was a bunch of black people just ran out of the cave and climbed out of the hole he was in. It scared the fuck out of him.
That is why. That's so fucking
what
stupid.
The fuck? And it's like Alfred's like, why were there so many black people under the manor? Master Bruce, there are things I don't know.
Things would have been very different for me growing up, like watching Batman the animated, BLACKMAN the animated series. Like that shit would have been crazy. I love chicken. I'm as dark as the night. I am.
And he's in I am BLACKMAN, and he thinks it's really scary to everybody else. He thinks it's just as scary to everybody else as it is to him, but he's just dressed in black.
No,
he's just he's dressed in blackface, which somehow would actually makes the Joker make a lot more sense, really, if you
if the really Joker's in whiteface, he's in blackface. That is so fucking
complete
stupid.
contrast. I love it. I love it. I think this was the original
clowns are not
idea.
the natural enemy to bats, but like whiteface and blackface, so that makes a little bit more sense to me.
I don't think that's
dude. I love the idea of that. He's just in shitty fucking like shoe polish. Like he's not even like it's not even a good job.
That's crazy.
It's not even a good job. Like
it's not a good job.
He does have a cape because he's still rich, right? So he does have he looks really nice, but he just has on shitty black, and then he just prowls around at night making people actually afraid of I don't know what minstrel shows. I don't know what fucking.
Stop, please.
I
don't know.
What is this asshole doing? Commissioner Gordon's like, listen.
He really has it in his head.
I know you're trying to help.
He really has it in his head. He's trying to explain it to everybody who's asking about it. He's like, listen, he really has it in his head that he was very traumatized by a cavalcade of black people exiting a cave. And he really has it in his head that everybody is also identically afraid of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince him that that's not true. In fact, that so many people that we interact with on a daily basis are just black people. I don't know how to explain to him that. I don't know how to fix him. Alfred is at his wit's end with this guy. And he shows up, and the thing is, the Batman shows up, or Black Man shows up dressed this way at crimes, and then everybody looks at him and is like, oh, it's just some black guy. And then he comes up and beats the living shit out of everybody. And then he thinks he thinks it's working because he's so powerful and strong. And he's like, this must be like really like a fearful, this must really be getting in their heads. But he's really just beating the shit out of them.
They truly do fear the black man. They really fear the black man. I think it's really working. Alfred, come here. Alfred, give me some chicken. Give me some chicken and watermelon, Alfred. It's like, ugh.
So stupid.
Master Wayne, that is the stereotype for fuck's sakes. God damn it. They don't always. Everyone likes chicken and watermelon, Master Wayne. Shut the fuck up, Alfred.
I like the idea of.
You never got me chicken and watermelon when I was a kid. So fucking give me chicken and watermelon so I can be black man.
Master Wayne. We are in our own house. You don't need to keep the act up around me, Master Wayne.
Shut up, nigga.
I literally know you're Bruce, Master Wayne. I'm calling you Master Wayne because I know you're not just. I know you're not a stranger who you need to keep appearances up around. Oh man.
I feel like that would make sense because he's actually insane. So he would just try to keep, he has this like, what is it like, split personalities and shit? Like he's just fucked up.
He's still trying to keep it a secret from Alfred, even though he knows. So like sometimes he'll be like, Batman's coming. It's like, I'll go get him. And then he runs into the next room and comes back in black. It's like that last, what is it? The ending of Mrs. Doubtfire where he's at the restaurant.
When he keeps going back and forth. Oh shit, nigga! Like I like him just be like he just becomes extremely racist and disrespectful. Like he has to shitty fucking blackface, and then as soon as he's like, oh hi, I gotta go to my meeting and shit. And then he fucking, like the Mrs. Doubtfire thing, he's going back and forth and forgets to change back to his Bruce Wayne. He comes back as Black Man on accident.
He comes back as Bruce Wayne and he says the N-word because he thinks he's in the blackface. And then that's what does him in. That's what gets him found out. It's like he's clearly, nobody assumes he's just racist. They assume he is the vigilante black man. Everyone just immediately assumes.
Oh shit!
So
nigga.
Stupid.
Gee, what's going on?
I love it.
My bad.
Yeah, I'm black.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Hey, yo, I'm black.
And he's like he's really trying hard to convince everybody that he is who he says he is. Whenever he's like in the moments where he's like alternating between costumes, like, well, it's sure been a nice day of, being a stockholder, and then he goes in the other room. And he's like, man, I love spending my day not seeing my son. And it's like
stupid.
He's really trying hard.
Master Wayne, please
this is so
stop.
Fucking dumb.
Please stop terrorizing the streets. Please stop terrorizing. They don't believe that you're an actual black man. Please stop terrorizing the streets, Master Wayne.
Master Wayne, you are setting black people back so far.
Shit, and you're not the city needs me, dog. Dog, the city needs me, brother. So please stop doing that. Stop it. It's so fucking embarrassing.
Master Wayne, my wife in Britain is a black woman. You are defending me so greatly. Stop.
Nah, shit, nigga. You don't know what you talking about. Get out of here with all that jive,
embarrassing.
Weird.
Alfred being just like, that's so. I'm so embarrassed.
So you're so fucking embarrassing, Master Wayne. I can hardly take it. Shit, nigga, you tripping? Man, you need you get out of here with that mess, dog. Just
what the fuck were you even answering?
I have no fucking idea. Where you going? Where you going, criminal? Shit, you ain't getting away with this. And like, what? I'm just gonna go get a hot dog at the stand, and then he just fucking, batarangs him in the fucking face, beats the shit out of him. He's like,
no, he blackarangs him.
Oh, yes. But he has like a fucking blackface fucking symbol that he just throws at people.
What would that even be?
Would it be like that? Just think of a Disney cartoon, right? There's just like a fucking cartoon depiction of like just a big-lipped black dude, just the biggest stereotype.
Yeah. How would Walt Disney have animated this in the 1930s? It would be like an EBT card.
And EBT, and that's a good reference. It's the EB, and he throws it at people. Shit, you ain't gonna get away with this stupid shit, nigga. Shit.
Shit, he can't stop saying shit.
He can't stop saying shit.
We gotta move on. We'll be on this for hours if I know us.
BLACKMAN is
private. Yeah,
I'm gonna work that shit out later.
Privates wrote in. It's not bad. Privates wrote in again. Unusual that I would use two, but this is a quick one. I think we can get to it. Hello, Variant Color Grade. Thoughts on Velma Season 2? Apparently they made her less annoying, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I'm not watching that show.
Neither am I.
I'm not even remotely curious about it either, to be honest with you.
I saw it was out like a day or two ago, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and I went right past it.
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't see anything about it.
Good.
I guess
that means we're learning.
Yeah. I mean, I only saw it because of the hype, and it was whatever. It was like I said, I didn't know who it was geared towards. To me that was the biggest problem. I didn't really know which audience they were trying to reach, particularly with this one, because I would just think of from my own perspective that if I'm going to bring back something that's related to Scooby-Doo, I want to make sure that old people enjoy it, because this show is fucking ancient. And they just changed up enough stuff to where people are like, I don't care about any of this. Like, we're gonna do an origin story with fucking with Shaggy where he's not a stoner. Why would I care about that? Even remotely, I only care about stoner Shaggy. What is this? I didn't understand this at all. But whatever. It wasn't as it wasn't as bad as everybody was saying, but it was just stupid. I thought it was stupid as fuck.
Just wasn't good.
Yeah, it's stupid. I didn't get it. I mean, it's like X-Men 97, bro. Just do that. Just put Professor Xavier with Scooby-Doo. To me, my mystery machine men. And then fucking they fight Sentinels and get crushed in the first episode.
Scooby kills a Sentinel. Scooby kills one of them, though.
Oh, so Scooby's
like he banana peel bullshits one Sentinel and it blows up.
It makes sense that he would be a mutant. So Scooby-Doo is a mutant, so he survives. Everybody else gets slaughtered, though, because there's regular humans.
Scooby-Doo on the X-Men. Oh my god.
Scooby-Doo on Genosha Island. Or what?
He's the only one that survived. While everybody was fighting, Scooby-Doo was soloing fucking Nimrod the whole time. Everybody's like, what the fuck is going on?
So
why is Scooby fighting a master mold and like winning? What's happening?
Scooby-Doo beats up Sinister. He beats up fucking
Scooby-Doo mauls Sinister like a dog would. There's moments where like he's literally biting into his throat. Like really ripping his throat out.
He's like, no, I'm not even recovering. What's happening? He just fucking dies after all these years.
On his throat.
God, he's like, I don't believe in murder. You gotta stop. And then he mauls Professor X too because he dares to tell him not to murder people.
He bites Wolverine. Wolverine's like, I can't heal. What's wrong? I can't heal. And he gets adamantium poisoning immediately. My blood
all the
hurts.
years he has that shit, it just comes rushing in all at once.
He neutralizes your powers, and then
turns into a cancer
that's
cell.
Scooby's ability.
No.
He can neutralize anyone's power.
He's just a patch of cancer on the floor. No.
So dumb. All right. Since he got 2 questions in, we're gonna move up quickly past you. Sorry. You're gonna double dip. You're gonna double dip, and you got 2 answers. President of the Goon Society wrote, and he says, imagine you're being held in a remote location by an Epstein type, and to earn your freedom, you have to consume an entire leather armchair without utensils. You're allowed a gallon of water a day, but no other forms of food. How long would it take you to complete the given task? You can't kill yourself.
It's metal in it. What the fuck are you talking about? You're gonna die.
Yeah, so we can eat around the metal. I'm assuming like bone, like you probably right.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta finish the metal eventually.
There's no way that can't be a part of the deal.
Dude, he said a leather armchair. Real is real. There's a leather armchair. You got it.
It's the leather that's on the fucking chair, the skeleton of the chair.
Look. He said the leather armchair. I'm assuming we got to finish the entire armchair.
Yeah, but
that's
here's
what
the
he
thing,
said. If he's saying only the leather on the armchair is one thing, that's okay. That's possible.
No, because that's not the entire armchair. Because that doesn't count for the foam. That doesn't count for like the springs.
Exactly. So that means I have to eat a good amount of wood and or metal to get out of this bitch.
Anything that's I would just think not the skeleton. I just think like that's like leaving the bone, which I think would be adequate.
I think so too.
Just everything else that comes the foam and all that shit.
Also because Kingston's idea and understanding of the premise kills it before it begins. So we're gonna run with it in the more in the
you
in
can
the way
try.
that
you can try to eat the metal like little nibbles.
You ain't eating the metal. I think it would take maybe like 6 days.
Yeah, because you'd be pretty fucking hungry actually, only consuming. Because I think maybe you would get some calories out of the leather if it is genuine leather, and that's it.
Well, you'd also probably die just from shitting, because whatever you would be digesting would not come out well, and it would probably like perforate your fucking colon, and then you'd crawl around the ground until you died, on like day 3 probably. So like I don't know how much time you actually have.
Like really nicely cured, colored, leather. Like if you really pretty colored, like oh wow, look at that, my insides really did a nice job making this leather look nice, and then you die because you're just shitting out straight leather for a few days. You shit like pretty much a hammock of leather.
Yeah, I'll get it done.
A leather hammock.
I don't know, maybe a month.
I got 3 days. I
got 8 minutes.
You're just gonna shove it in your mouth like Scooby Doo. So like just go.
Yep, I'm gonna do it like Ed eats the mattress.
Oh, there you go.
I'll do it.
Just like
unhinge your jaw and just slowly work your jaw over like a snake.
Hell yeah, dude! And eventually, you're free. You're good. You did it.
Yeah, you're set. You
did it. I'm sure this guy.
I'm sure this guy who kidnapped you against your will and forced you to eat a leather armchair will be reasonable and let you go.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll happen. Yeah, like, oh, good job. I didn't expect you to do it. Well, a deal's a deal.
Goodbye.
Off you go. Don't tell anybody about this, okay?
Yeah. Don't even.
And that's the end of that interaction.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. There's a lot of
leather. Do it. Just the first thing you lay your eyes on. Just shotgun it.
All right, Lizard, asking the same question I asked in February till it gets answered. Hello, first, second, and third leg of the Forbidden One. I want to know what was your first fuck around and find out moment. Mine was in 2nd grade when someone told me my Yu-Gi-Oh card was fake. I said, no, your mom is fake, and he punched me in the face. Thanks for the many laughs.
Your mom is fake.
Your mom is such a dumb fucking... That kind of indicates to me that kid had a fake mom. Because, like, why would you be so defensive over that? It's like, damn, he knew. How did he know? How did he know my mom's fake?
He knows I have 2 dads. How does he know when he punched him?
How the fuck did he know that my mom was a? How the fuck did he know that my mom was a cardboard cutout this whole time? How the fuck? I thought I hit this very well.
Yeah. Fucking.
I don't remember. Probably when I was in kindergarten or something like that, some kid hit me, and I was like, oh damn. I definitely hit him back probably, but I was like, damn.
Fuck around and find out.
I definitely in New York. You probably saw fuck around and find out more before I actually encountered it myself. There's plenty of people talk shit and to get their ass beat time and time again in New York when I was growing up, and I was like, damn, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try not to do that shit.
I never really had a moment like that. Maybe with my stepsisters, we fought sometimes, and I do remember being. I'm not exactly what age, but I remember we got into a fight. I think I started it. And I remember, like, giving her one really good kick. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I was like... But she was much bigger than me. She was much older than me. And then she started fucking gorilla pounding on me. And I remember it not really hurting that much. But I cried in submission because, like, it was like... Oh no! I can't stop her. I can't get out of this attack. And it was just like, but I don't remember it like actually hurting. It was more like startling, and I'm
stun damage. That's why you were taking stun. You're like,
I remember
what's happening?
Yeah. So I definitely was like, don't even you don't fight people that are much larger than you. It's usually not a good idea unless you're trained and if you know what you're doing. But otherwise, don't fight people that are much larger than you. It just doesn't make any sense. They can gorilla pound you into the ground.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where are we going? Here? Hello, loud. All right. Wait. Sween be like, it's not rape if she stops fighting. A real quote, by the way. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Hello, loud minorities. I've noticed a Kingston's gonna have a daughter, I bet. Hello, loud minorities.
She'll be the greatest
I've noticed
daughter ever,
a rise. Dude. Yeah. I've noticed a rise in genuinely racist.
Jiu-jitsu trained. She's gonna be at least jiu-jitsu. She can kick somebody in the fucking temple and kill him.
I've noticed a rise in genuinely racist comments towards Sween, even if it's under the guise of a joke. It's clear to me they vehemently dislike him. It seems unfair to me because you all have your low points, but Kingston gets the most shit. I was wondering how he feels in all of this, since I guarantee it's not all black people making the comments.
I don't care. They wouldn't say it to my face. That's the thing. I know none of them would say that to me personally. If they would, they'd be waking up. So that's about it. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I'd have to take his word for it because I only remember one scathing comment, but it was by another black person. But that was the patron. That was one of the patrons.
That was fucking painful.
It was like some wild shit.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Somebody was saying that Chris was saying it to you out of context. That was funny. Like, out of context,
it was funny
like Chris was saying to you. It was funny, but it was like...
Yeah, the reason I... Look, man, I get it. I get the concern, but at the same time, he did this to himself. Like, this is Kingston has done this by design. Like, this is
by design.
This is what he did. So, like, this is where we live
racism?
Now. Yeah. So,
I wouldn't say I welcomed it.
You're out of your fucking mind.
I wouldn't say I welcomed it. I would say it's here, and I'm part of it. I would say I welcomed it.
Please come
I wouldn't say, hey, call me racial slurs. I never said that,
That's what it says on your face. They see it.
I wear that kind of face.
Wait, real quick. I just want to say something that like annoys me a little bit when people say things like you all have your low points, and I'm like, guys, I want to remind you guys that we are fucking regular people. Like when people try to make this type of observation, it's almost like just observing that people are peopling. It's like, oh, you guys all have your low points. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit, dude. It's so redundant to say stuff like that. It just annoys me. I'm sorry that like it's kind of like when he's talking. Well, no. Well, what I mean is because you see people do the same thing when they'll be like, "Oh man, like, like, oh, you're so wrong this time, like, oh, or you're wrong," and I'm like, yes, man. Am I a fucking encyclopedia? Yeah, you get shit wrong. I'm gonna say some dumb shit sometime. It is expected.
I think it's the nature of the internet because of the fact that like we're on the internet, we're gonna be wrong a lot.
I just feel like
how it works, you know.
You're a person.
We're going to be wrong.
People get shit wrong all the time, and I just feel like it doesn't need to be. It's one of those things that it doesn't need to be addressed in a way like it's shocking or surprising, or it's like I'm learning some revelation or something about myself or something by making that observation by like say what the comment was could have been conveyed without even mentioning that at all about, oh, Sweeney's getting a lot of extra racism shit thrown at him. That's fucking weird. I know you guys all have your low points, and it's like, well, what? Like, no, of course, dude.
I will say this: I exercise a fair bit of control over the comments that we read on the show, and I specifically, like, quite frankly, if I read something and I think it's just, if a lot of people say like, hello whatever, right, and a lot of times it's like a big joke or whatever, and sometimes it's like it's racial but it's not racist, and other times it is racist, and I straight up ignore the ones that are racist. Like if you are leaving comments where it's like hello the hard R N-word, you know, or like hello monkeys,
whoa,
like I'm not reading it. So you're giving us your money, writing a question.
That's so ill-spirited.
You're not.
That's so funny.
You're not doing it.
That's
I'm not reading
internet brain, I guess. Where like what? Like what you think that was gonna get through? Like what? Like what?
I would say those are people that are. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is like I do that very, very intentionally because it's like, look, dude, I don't know who's on the other side of this computer. I don't know if what you're saying is like, I don't know if you're just like some black guy who's like having fun, or if you're not. And so to me, look, I don't have a problem with like racial humor or anything. It's like it's fine. Even racist humor, to be honest, like in TV and like shit like that, or like in structured comedy. But as audience members asking questions, like I'm not going to just accept, hello monkeys. You know, like it's not because it's lazy, it's not funny,
it's so over the top. It's like, why?
It's just it's so yeah.
Yeah, its brazenness makes me laugh. Like it's not fun. It's not actually funny, but it's funny because like, oh, this person thinks this is okay to do, which does make me laugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They thought that. Yeah, that and it's like not encouraging. I don't want. It's not encouraging. Like, oh, if you hear someone laugh, it's like no.
That's the problem. I always laugh though. That's the thing, even though it's not. And I don't mean to laugh because it's not funny, but it's funny because it's like, what is wrong with you?
In the same way as like, yeah, exactly. Dark humor. Like some of the most fucked up things you ever hear, you'll laugh at it because of how wild it is. You're like, I can't believe that happened or whatever. And it doesn't mean that you want more of it all the time. Like, yeah, keep it up, keep doing it. Yeah, but I don't know. Most people I've come across, especially when people are just reaching out, I've had zero, as far as this podcast goes, I have zero people say anything racist towards me or anything. Oh, yeah,
zero disrespect.
Like that. Like, everybody's been cool, but then there's those things where I have to say, that one guy said I shouldn't say neurodivergent, so autistic, or, people that, like, he's the one that said, like, oh, call it like it is. He said, don't call me African American. You call me black. And it's like, he's basically saying, you can call me autistic. You don't have to say neurodivergent. And I'm like, fair enough. And that one person's $25 patron, his name. But yeah, cool. I would imagine there are some people like that kind of don't read the room. They don't get the cue. They feel like they can do it too. Like, oh, I'm in a safe place and I can do it. And it's like, well, now we're addressing it. It's like, chill out a little bit if you're one of those people.
Relax.
Nah.
Yeah. To be fair,
I wish I could read the room worse.
To be fair, there aren't many. Like most of the comments that we get aren't that. But
sure,
I do notice some of them. Like it's maybe 5% max.
Hey, you stupid hard R piece of shit. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like
long time listener.
It's a very parasocial thing.
Second time donator.
Yeah, it's a very parasocial thing, I think, and I guess that's natural because we're in people's weeks. We're in people's ears several times a week. So I get that there's like a. Yeah, I get that there's like a parasocial relationship there where like there's like, oh, we're all friends here, and it's like, well, that's a fine environment, but like we don't know you at all. And also your names change constantly, so like I can't even get to know any of you based on like your write-ins or anything. I don't know week to week if I'm reading the same fucking person because your names change constantly. So even on that front there's like a barrier. So
I can't wait to do the next live show. Whenever we do it, Because I wanna like meet more of those people and be like, oh, I'm so and so, and be like, oh, that's you, you know, like, because some of the names you'll recognize and be like, oh, that's fucking so and so, and I can put a face to a name. Like I really want to.
Me and Hugger Derek was awesome, dude.
Yeah, Hugger Derek.
Yeah, I would.
Haphazard. I think Haphazard was the first person.
I gave him a hug,
line.
bro. I was like, yo, can I hug you, dude?
That motherfucker was the first in line. I was like, how are you the first motherfucker in line and the last patron name read? Did you plan that shit out? Is this guy a wizard?
Some people play the slow game, bro, and he played the slow game, and he won.
I would love to do a live show this year in California.
Yeah.
I think that's more than doable. But yeah, that would be really fun. That'd be really
100%.
A live show would be wild.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Get somebody to help us out. Yeah.
Reach out to Gears X Warrior wrote in. He says, okay, so peep game. A few episodes ago, Derek was drinking Marcus Phoenix's squirt liquid and it got all over himself. Chris and Sween, has there ever been a time where you guys have also been covered in some liquid at an inconvenient time? No Diddy.
Yeah, I've pissed myself before. What do you mean?
No Diddy. That's so
no Diddy.
I have completely pissed my pants before, but like, damn, I'm covered in piss right now.
That's an easy one, right? Getting covered in piss.
Yeah.
When was the last time you pissed yourself?
Like full flood, like it all came out, or like a little bit, like a little.
I can't imagine that ever happening. All of it coming out.
I've completely peed myself before to the point there was no more pee. There was no more pee in me. I was like, damn, dude.
Wait. Okay. How old were you when that happened?
I was like 9.
All right, that's not too.
That's still too old. I'm not here to try to justify it. I understand what happened. I full-fledged peed myself. I fell down the steps on the way to we were going to, I had to pee. My grandma was like, Kingston, we have to catch the train. Hurry up. And I ran. I fell down the steps in some way, and I just pissed myself. And my grandmother was like, oh, I could tell she wanted to laugh at me because it clearly was funny, but she had to be a parent and be like, it's okay, Kingston. Well, I had to stand up. I couldn't sit down the train, so I got the train seat full of piss.
Oh, no. You had to go on the train.
And I had to walk home the last, 2 blocks of the walk covered in piss.
Damn.
And my grandmother kept looking at me and trying to be kind and like, it's okay, Kingy, don't cry. It's all right. We're gonna get you a little piece of pizza. Try to be, you know when you gotta be a parent.
You stopped
when
for a pizza?
Dumb shit.
That's
she got me a piece of
great.
pizza, yeah.
Yeah.
You stopped for pizza on the way home while you were caked in piss?
Because I was crying. She
Oh
was
my
trying to be a
God.
good parent.
Instead of getting you back
That's not a good-
ASAP and then we'll get pizza
No,
afterwards,
that's not a good.
she's like,
no, you bring
was
you back,
crying.
clean
She
you
was
up,
trying to
then
help
get you
me.
pizza.
yes.
She was not coming back outside that house. That she was like, I'm done, bro.
That's amazing.
So she's
I like
lazy.
that.
That's crazy.
I like that. I
She's
love
not
it.
lazy. She was old. Do you mean?
How old was she?
I love it.
My grandmother was, well, think of it like this. When I was
probably
born,
in
my
her
grandmother
50s,
already
right?
50, at least 56.
Yeah.
By the time
How
I
old
was
is she
born,
now?
she was already like in her 50. My grandma's like 80 something, dude. Maybe 90. My grandmother was old when I was born.
If she was 90, if she was 90 at that time, then I would understand it.
I'm 12 years younger than my sister.
I don't care.
So that means that I was a way later child.
Yeah, those way later childs, man.
Such a wild
they'll spring up
response.
on you. I don't care.
Yeah,
So what?
who fucking asked?
Yeah. Your
And?
grandma's awesome. Where
No,
she's like, I'm not coming back out. We'll get the pizza now.
I'm gonna
piss boy."
roll
With his
your
pizza,
piss,
we'll take him home. He'll
I'm gonna roll your
fret a little bit,
piss-covered
then
ass
he'll be
all
all
over
right.
this pizza spot. I'm gonna take the idea. I would be so furious if I was a pizza shop owner.
I don't think it was one of the sit down spot. I think it was one like you grab a slice out the window. Because in New York, it's like you can walk in, or there's a window you can grab a slice.
Well, some
I
places.
wasn't sitting
yeah.
down,
Hey,
piss covered
get
in a
this
plate.
piss boy out of my fucking restaurant, huh?
Hey, what the
I
fuck is
actually
this,
know-
man? Why is this mooly covered piss baby?
I haven't really seen many of those.
Mooly over.
I haven't seen many. I feel like I don't know, maybe like 30%, like maybe 25 to 30% of the pizza shops that I've ever seen in New York are that with like the window. So it's not my first assumption.
That's how a lot of them in the Bronx are. Well, at least I remember in the Bronx are.
I think I have one like that. Maybe
I haven't lived there in a long time.
Maybe you guys wouldn't like it, how the pizza tastes or not, but like at Fremont Street, like downtown Las Vegas, I think has a spot that I think it would be reminiscent of something that you guys have experienced, but I don't know if the flavor would be good for you though.
There's this place in Vegas. It's just off the strip. It's like just off the strip, and it's a pizza place and an Italian restaurant connected to each other. I don't know what that place is called, but I went there for pizza, and the pizza wasn't bad there.
I'm not sure.
I think I had that. I think I had that too.
And then there's
I know what you're talking about.
Right next to it, like right next to it, there's a pizza parlor.
I'm not sure about that.
It's like literally on the side of the strip.
Guys, have you ever? Let me ask you something.
Terrible looking area though.
Let me ask you something. I saw this one pizza place that looked really cool because it was across the street from the Guitar Center. I was like, I got to try this. And I've never seen this before. The pepperonis were put under the cheese.
That's weird.
I got to tell you, it pissed me off so much because it's one of the reasons why I don't like calzones is because the pepperonis don't get crispy, right? Because it's baking inside.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking soggy pepperonis. And I'm like, I can't believe, how is this place still open? I don't know if you guys ever seen that before. But it was the most disappointing pizza I've ever had in my entire life.
I've never heard of that.
I was drunk too. I got 2 things of alcohol, and I was kind of drunk. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great, and it was still fucking disappointing, and I'm pissed off now and angry and drunk.
Being disappointed by food when you're drunk is the most.
Shit.
Being disappointed by food when you're drunk is the most disappointing experience. I really don't think I've experienced anything as soul crushing as that. Truly, like in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really, man, that sucks.
It was all bad. Let me compound the story. I didn't mean to get drunk. The people think they're doing you a favor by really diluting your, not diluting, by giving you a lot of alcohol in your drinks. Where I don't drink. I'm not trying to get pissed drunk when I'm drinking. I want a good fucking cocktail that tastes, it tastes good. And if it's good, I'll get another one or maybe even 3, and that's more money for them. So they actually lose money when they put way too much alcohol in your fucking drink if you didn't ask for it. So I just wanted a good fucking, what do you call it? Like whiskey, whatever. I forgot what I had. Doesn't matter. I had 2 of them, and they're so strong. They're so fucking strong. And I was like, I'm not going to waste them and drink them. And I had to go pick up, JoJo like an hour. And I'm like, God damn it. I need to like be chill. Obviously I can't drive now, but I should be fine in an hour. But I felt like, and I'm like, fuck, here's my pizza. And then the pizza sucked ass and I was angry. And then it was hot. It was the summer. I was hot. That was probably the worst moment in Vegas I've been. It was the worst thing.
You gotta whip up the fleshlight. You gotta take out the fleshlight and give a few tugs while you're in there. Balance yourself out and then go do what you gotta do, man.
Beating off.
You gotta bring your fleshlight with you.
That is a good idea. Sometimes because I was in gridlock traffic one time coming back from Glendale. I used to work in Glendale, and I was like,
Please don't tell me again.
No, so I was thinking of, I was having, you seen the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if that guy beat off, do you think that would have avoided everything if he just jacked off while he was like waiting in traffic? Because I started thinking like, I'm so wound up, like beating off would like fix, but obviously I'm in a regular car. Everybody would just see you jacking off. You'd just be jacking off. Everybody be like, yo, look at this guy.
That is so fucking crazy, Derek.
I think honestly, those are the moments why you have those things.
Yeah, you just need a large truck.
That's why you have a fleshlight.
You get a large lifted truck. Nobody can see you inside, and then you just fucking go to town.
If you're in gridlock traffic, you lean your seat all the way back, and then you do what you got to do, and then you sit up and you're like, oh man.
That's
you relax
crazy.
a little bit, if it's gridlock, you can take a nap, take a little 5 minute,
a little 5 minute. No, but see, that's the worst part of gridlock. Usually, every few minutes is like it'll move just a little bit, just enough to somebody to be angry that you're not fucking. So you can't really even relax at any point. It is
Gridlock
the worst
is the worst
experience. And it's the worst experience. I can't believe
I saw Lily cry in gridlock traffic once. It was really funny. I saw her cry.
She cried.
She's one of the people that can't understand traffic. She's like one of those people that can't understand it.
Yeah.
Which is clearly because I'm like, it just happens. It's the world being a dickhead to me. But her brain can't mathematically understand it. Because there should not be traffic in California. There's too many lanes. Yeah. There's too many lanes. There shouldn't be traffic at all.
It's just people. It's like
that's actually the problem.
Birdman's. It's people on.
But the amount of lanes?
You know the Pigeon Man? He's like,
the amount of
like,
oh, it's
sorry, go ahead. Because I just always feel like that.
Should make it
when
easier,
people ruin everything, I always think
more.
about that. Like, it's people, Arnold. Like, they ruin everything. You have a free lanes. You have all these lanes. There is no light. If everyone just with a good, decent speed, but it takes one person to just merge and fuck everything up.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Gridlock.
Like,
the reason Gridlock is so terrible.
Cities, it's insane.
Yeah,
Gridlock is fucked because there's no. It's almost like sitting through a long movie the first time, where it's like, man, I don't know. I haven't seen this before, so I really don't know how long this is. I really don't know how long this is going to feel. And I remember being stuck on. It was like I think Executive Avenue in Hastings. Me and my mom got stuck in Gridlock for I think literally 4 hours. We were stuck, like not moving, like maybe I think we moved like in those 4 hours. I think we moved maybe like 10 feet, and it was crazy. And I remember like people were like getting outside of their people were getting outside of their car. It was some crazy thing happened. I think like a transformer blew out. I don't know what the fuck happened, but some lady got out of her car. She was asking like people for cookies because like she had like somebody in her car who was like diabetic or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, sugar.
They needed like sugar, and it was like it was crazy, dude. It felt like a mini apocalypse on that road.
That's nuts. Never experienced anything like that. Yeah. I would for sure Michael Douglas it up. There's no way. What you just said right now, moving 10 feet in 4 hours, I would have easily. I would turn to Michael Douglas and falling down. There's no shot. I'm gonna be normal after that. Yeah. I'm gonna start.
I could be remembering it
walking
wrong.
Around.
I could be remembering the time of it. All I remember specifically was the sun went down while we were on the same road. Like now, even if that is at the begin, even if that's at like the beginning of sundown, that's a long time to be stuck in Gridlock because that's at least an hour. You know what I mean? To go from like daylight to night.
Hours.
Yeah,
I've seen 2 hours of Gridlock. That was bad.
I had a pretty bad one. I think it was Labor Day weekend. The last time, the previous time, no, sorry, not Labor Day weekend. It was New Year's Eve. We came up to Nikki's, I think, or whatever, and then on the way back. A lot of people are going to obviously celebrate New Year's in Vegas. And so it took me almost 7 hours to get back home. I was so fucking mad that I transcended anger. It was crazy. I never got there before where I was just like, I feel like I'm emotionless now. I feel like I am in the eye of a hurricane and like I could be killing people and I wouldn't even notice it. It was like a weird level of like, I hate this so much. You have no fucking idea. I don't get angry
like that. Holy shit.
I
have anger problems, but I usually don't get mad like that.
I get mad for traffic because, like we were saying earlier, I know in a society where everybody worked together and there wasn't a bunch of shitheads, it would flow always. It would just flow. Even not super ultra fast, but it would just keep going because people would work shit out. But you always see people fucking it up. You'll see it in real time. Them fuck shit up, and then the lane everybody's got to stop because some stupid ass will try to cut somebody off or get ahead, like whatever. And I'm like, you massive piece of shit. You fucked it up for everyone. And I'm like, that guy should die. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that. I'm like,
he would be killed in your dictatorship, I think. Based on your rules.
You get one fucking chance. You do it again, trebucheted 1,000%. You were getting trebucheted so fucking hard. The biggest one. I want the trebuchet to be as big as like a building. Just to
where is it gonna? It's gonna send you out of orbit, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to become a satellite.
He's on fire.
You're gonna bounce off,
flying up.
You're gonna bounce off the ISS.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. All right.
I need it. All right.
We got a handful of more questions here. I want to read this one before we get to the next question because I think it's funny. Pan of Jello wrote in. He says, not a question, but just wanted to let Chris know I autistically picked up your little sound you make when you're scrolling through questions. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've done this to you. I don't know where I picked that up either. That's
sure.
The thing about...
I've heard one other person do it besides you.
Really? I don't know.
I never knew it was a thing. I would hear you do it, and then I heard it once other, and I was like, oh, that's what Chris does. And so I learned that people do that. I thought it was literally just uniquely you. I thought it was just a you thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But,
I don't think my dad ever did it. I picked up other things from my dad, like ranting to myself when I think I'm home alone about where why people aren't putting the dishes where they're supposed to be. I remember specifically, dude, I remember being, when I was a kid and my dad would be in the kitchen, he'd be like, no one puts the fucking forks back where they're supposed to be. No one puts the pans where they're supposed to be. Why even bother organizing anything? And he's just in the kitchen ranting to himself about how everyone's doing everything wrong. And it was it made me laugh so hard. Every time, to the point where I think I inadvertently, not consciously, but I think part of me intentionally, at least on some level, put things in the wrong places so I could hear more of those. Just so I could hear more of those rants. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry I've done this.
Fucking with my silverware.
I know you're
in
here.
I've done this to you. I'm sorry I've done this to you, Pan of Jello.
I take a lot of the sayings from my grandma. Like I say, "Ask, you shall receive" all the time, and I say, "Seek, you shall find; knock, and the door shall be open to you." I say that shit around Lily all the time. Lily's like, "Shut the fuck up."
What is that?
You don't say that at all.
Stupid.
I've never heard you say.
Ask,
I've never heard you say any of that.
Seeking, you shall find; knock, and the door shall be opened unto you. Like whenever I'm playing a fucking game, it's like I can really use this, and I find I'm like, "Ask, you shall receive," and she's like, "That's really dumb," and I'm like, "You wouldn't get it, Lily."
It's a very, well, I guess almost every religion uses that.
It's very Christian.
It's been the Scientology have really adopted that. That's like one of their big mantras now.
Really?
Everything is borrowed, right, from old shit. That's all it is, just recycled.
Yeah. I also suck my teeth a lot. That's a really fucking Caribbean ass thing I do.
I hate that shit.
I do that shit so often.
I do that too.
Like that. Yeah,
I do that too.
Oh,
I don't know.
I hate that shit.
I don't know.
Because my grandma did it all the time.
There was a weird thing that old people do this. It's like I don't know what it is. It's almost like they're almost swallowing. They're making this weird. It's almost like their throat will be moving almost like a frog. It's like I've noticed like some old people. It's almost like they're thinking, and they're doing this weird like. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Who started that trend? What is the purpose of it? I've never asked.
Trend.
So because it just I don't understand what it is. A lot of times I like the idea.
I just like the idea. I like the idea that they're doing it. They're doing it like they're doing it intentionally to fit in with one another. Like the idea that it is a trend.
They go to a club.
Oh god.
Everybody do the. And they're just all
the closest thing that the closest thing to that, the religious stuff that I think I picked up was God bless. I would just be like, hey, look, man, it's usually a stand-in for you're stupid and I disagree. is how I remember hearing it growing up. Where it's like, I'm gonna go what? I remember my cousins would tell me, it's like, I'm gonna go jump off the top of the playground. Chris, go look. Come watch. And I'm like, God bless. You know?
Yeah, God bless. Yeah, God bless.
I can't. You've clearly made the decision, and you will face the consequences.
For a period of time, I was using God bless really, really gratuitously. Whenever people be like, they do something really simple. Well, God bless, man. Like some fuck shit happens, and I just say God bless to them, completely discerning what they're talking about. My friend's like, oh man, I lost my kid. God bless, man. And it's like, what the fuck?
You guys must.
Do you have any sayings from your family that like maybe that you don't say, but that like stuck around with you in a sense that they sounded like you've never heard them out like elsewhere? Like I remember my aunt had this thing that she would say to me all the time. Whenever she would leave, and it was like there was like a rhythm to it where every time she would leave, she'd be like, I love you, be careful, be good, and behave. but it was that quick, and it was like a weirdly catchy thing. You know,
it's so quick and
like
almost
there's something rhythmic about it,
though.
Yeah, it almost sounded. You know what it did? It sounded like Spanish to me when I was a kid because like my family would speak so quickly that I remember thinking it's like I don't know what that word is. I thought it was a word, but I remember it very vividly.
Yeah, my mom would say she didn't have very many, but she would be like, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly deliberately attacked by air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Oh yeah,
where did that? You just have that like? Did you have that ready?
So, I've been on this arc of I realize I know a lot about World War II, but I also don't. Like it's a weird thing. It's a weird like where
I know exactly what you mean.
I really, yeah. So I've been watching actually a lot of like stuff recently within the past week, kind of learning more of the ins and outs of things because I was like, I'm kind of don't know enough. I feel like I should know more. Like if someone wanted to actually really discuss it, which is never going to happen, I actually would kind of be very surface level, stupid water cooler talk. And I was like, I don't really know what the fuck's going on.
Hitler was mean. Japan was there. That's it,
Hitler
really. Like really ostensibly, that is the extent of my knowledge about World War II. Is like Hitler was mean. Japan was there. Jews died. The president was a cripple. And that's it.
Yeah. That's
really
it. There's literally nothing else.
I know that Iwo Jima is a thing, but I don't know what that means.
Iwo Jima?
Like Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
Iwo Jima was the closest island that they needed to take to be able to actually have an assault on Japan itself. Like they were dealing with there was like Iwo Jima, then Okinawa was like say where we're gonna fuck Okinawa, and then we want to get to Tokyo, and then they drop bombs instead.
I don't know what all these anime words you're saying.
We didn't get to Tokyo.
Huh?
We didn't get to Tokyo. I know that. We didn't get there.
Well, no, there was no need. There was no need.
Yeah,
there was no need to put boots on the ground, even though
we dropped holy ruination on them, and now they make hentai. They make tentacle hentai because we're fucking warriors.
God,
we burnt their warrior spirit out.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I know that the Axis was like Italy. I know like Mussolini and all that, but like I know very little about Mussolini really. Like when I think about World War II, I almost never think of the Italians.
Who's
Mussolini's a
douchebag because the Italians were the cowards of World War II.
He's a major douchebag to the point where they drove him out. They're like fuck Mussolini, and then they joined the fucking Allied forces after a while because they're like fuck this guy.
Shout out to the Italians. They themselves got rid of their dictator. Like they did it themselves. They were like, look, this guy sucks. He's killing people. He's ruining the ecosystem. People make fun of Italians. Like a lot of people
he's ruining my spaghetti. He's ruining
my spaghetti. Where's my spaghetti?
He's ruining my spaghetti.
He got up. He gave his speech. There will be no more spaghetti in Italia.
Dude, someone went crazy. Someone just grabbed him and threw him on the floor. Started beating him.
They did that World War Z thing where they started like climbing up to get him on the balcony.
He was in a blimp, bro, when he said that, and they climbed up to the blimp, bro. They climbed up to the Zeppelin and got him. Bro.
The zombies are all
Mamma mia.
Mama, yeah, all the zombies. They're all running up to him. They're all running up to him, and they're snarling with an accent.
Yeah,
they're like, so stupid. Kill this man. Kill him. Kill the moose man. Kill the moose man.
Drag him by car. Dude, they dragged him through the streets, bro.
Oh, I know.
A speeder bumper. Boom. Another speeder bumper.
He's dragging him behind the car, and he's like, wow. Oof. Like he hits a fucking bump. Oof. Oof. Wow.
That's the noise. Him making those noises as he's barreling down the pavement of a long street at 40 miles an hour, bouncing off of the curbs, and swinging into fucking telephone poles. Ooh. Wow!
I love that.
He's dead. They were shoving mushrooms up his ass.
His colon's expanding.
They really fucked him up, dude. They really. It was like him and Saddam Hussein. They really fucked those guys up.
Dude, Saddam Hussein.
Wait, was it
Muammar Gaddafi?
Is it
Gaddafi?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Gaddafi.
They're all the same. Whatever, who fucking cares?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
I heard they literally got Sagat to fight Gaddafi. They got straight up Sagat to fight Gaddafi. Tiger! Do a bunch of fucking things.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
They're all the same. Whatever. That's fucking crazy.
That is wild.
I mean, let's be real. To the United States, that is a very true statement. They're like, I don't know, whatever.
I mean, as far as dictators go, like, truthfully, like the Middle Eastern like tyrants, like, it's really difficult for me to distinguish them, not on looks, but like on like they've all done the same thing.
Who did
like they
what?
all just do the same. They all do the same thing in the same region, and it's like, all right, well, Italy only really has Mussolini, you know.
Yeah,
Germany only has Hitler. That's really it. Those are the only those are the only notable people to come out of those countries as far as like dictatorship goes.
Well, I guess like as far as like extremely infamous, but you know, Italy was fascist before that.
No, of course. I'm talking about
they're
like,
on their way back, low key. They're on their way back there again.
Isn't that crazy?
They're on their way back there. It's
fucking crazy that like they just didn't get spanked hard enough, right? Like, say Germany got spanked so hard that like I think they'll never.
Italy did it themselves. That's why Italy did it themselves.
Right. That's what I mean. So they really didn't get spanked hard enough. And so now they're like, oh, don't you admit?
Let's kill the Jew, yes.
Bro, one of those motherfuckers gonna ban spaghetti again. They're gonna fly too close to the sun again, and then they're gonna be fucked.
They're gonna have to fight Mario. They're gonna have to fight Chris Pratt's Mario after they do that shit. I know he's not ready for that. Whoever that person is.
I am going to continue what Benito left off. We are a nation that does not need the spaghetti. And then everyone, boo, fucking boo, a boo.
People are running out of their windows, climbing up buildings. Dun, dun, dun.
That's so fucking stupid.
It's gonna be like Spider-Man Web of Shadows, but all the Italians are gonna be the Venom Vice people, and they're gonna be trying to get that one person that got rid of spaghetti.
Their bullets are fucking those hands. They're just carved to look like just little fucking hands. They're
just throwing angel hair fast enough to kill people.
Like javelins.
All right, we gotta move on. Getting skewered through the heart with an angel hair.
Ouchie.
You get scared hard enough that you go flying to a wall.
That hurts.
It's like that scene. It's like in Spider-Man 2. It's like in Spider-Man 2 where the tentacle like pincers that guy to the wall in the hospital scene. And just like, but it's that with an angel hair. All right, let's listen. We gotta. It's fucking ridiculous that tirade. Zeef Queef wrote in. He says, "Hey, Derek Sween and their moderator, you get to design a new X-Men team for a reboot of Marvel. Which 5 to 7 characters are you choosing for your starting lineup?" I'm gonna limit it to 5. 7's too much. We'll limit it to 5 for the sake of.
To me,
can we do 6?
To me, my Sexmen.
6?
Let's do 5.
All right, fine. 7.
I feel like there's 5 because it's. There's 5 you need, and you need one other. You need one character that's really important to the story, and then you need the original students. That's what for me.
You're already taking this way too seriously.
Shut the fuck up, Sweeney. To me,
kill this man.
To me, my.
To me, my Italians.
Charzizzo Xaviano. It's like tu a me.
Charizio. It's a me, Charizio.
Charizio. Tu a me. My ex. I don't know how to say man in Italian. I don't actually. That's like a language I should know quite a bit, but I don't know any.
I know it's very
similar
to Spanish. I know the words in Italian that are Spanish words. That's it. I know the words that are Spanish words. That's
grazie.
it.
I know the Assassin's Creed stuff. I know Resquet
yeah. I know. Right. I know Senor. I know that Senora is Senora. That's it.
How do you say thank you again? It just like
grazie.
Grazie, right? I just said that, right? Grazie. And then yeah.
I know ciao is goodbye. I know
buongiorno.
Buongiorno's how are you, I think?
Yeah, buongiorno is just hello, I think. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Something like that.
I thought it was bonjour.
No, bonjour is French, right? Yeah, but I think it's buongiorno in
buongiorno
in Italian. There's some
every
Italian
time I hear that word
right now
every time
is fucking like dying.
Yeah, he's dying. Every time I hear that word, though, I think of is it Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
American accent. Buongiorno.
Yeah. Hey, if we got any Italian people, fucking.
Nah, shut the fuck up. We got Italian. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
All right, we gotta build the X-Men. We gotta build the X-Men here.
Shut the fuck up.
All right,
we gotta build the X-Men. I'm gonna pop an Adderall while you guys talk.
All right, so the Italian is that allowed? I don't even know.
Is it? Whatever.
That's drug use. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I think it should be fine if it's like prescription.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't get this from a
heroin.
fucking.
You can do heroin on this podcast, man. This is a safe place.
I've done heroin on this podcast.
So building so we're talking about like X-Men that exist. Like this is what the scenario
that exists. Not ones I'm making up.
Not ones that I made up. Like we made up some bullshit like years ago. I don't remember what it was called, but
come hands.
You can make them up if you want.
Come. He can touch you, and if he touches you, you'll bust all the liquid in your body. Oh, so you'll come all the liquid in your body out if he touches you.
So he makes you come like he can, so you essentially he's as dangerous as Rogue to where you can't touch him. Like you can't.
He can control when his power works. He can control his power. It's not an all time. If he doesn't like you. He's like, he can just he touches the back head, and you're like,
make your liquid come out of your fucking urethra only.
Yeah, you are blasting straight through your clothes. You can carve, you can dent metal. That's how hard he makes you come.
All right, so come man, or whatever his name is, come hands, or whatever his name is,
come hands.
Okay, come hands. So that's your. So we're gonna collaborate on this.
Yeah, I like that.
We're not gonna eat. We're not gonna each pick 5. We're gonna delegate. So okay, so we got Come Man. Okay, so we got Come Han. Who I think we should have one real X-Men in there.
Name
one real one.
X-Man.
Toad.
Toad. Yeah, we'll have Toad in there. So Toad, Come Man.
I like Toad, or I like what's the name of the tech guy?
The tech guy?
Yeah,
tech guy.
I don't know who that is.
What does he do? Like, what does he look
like?
I
like Toad.
Metal leg.
Oh, Forge.
Leg.
I like Toad personally.
Yeah, Forge. I like Forge being he's just like, what the fuck am I around? He's making all this tech, and they're like, you don't need tech, Forge.
There's no way
I can
Forge,
make them come themselves
Forge
to death.
Would never be on this team. He'd be like, this is stupid. I'm out of here. You want to be on a team
so
with
listen, we got
Come Hands?
We got Come Man. We've got Toad. I vote Rudy Giuliani. I want Rudy Giuliani on this team.
Like, as a human, or is he a mutant in this scenario?
He's Rudy Giuliani.
Okay, and he just leaks grease from his head. That's his power, right?
Yeah, his power is that he sweats oil.
I got another cool one. I got a really cool one too.
Okay.
I don't want a guy with swivel knees. He has like swivel wheels in his knees. So he like goes and he like he looks really stupid. He looks really dumb, but then you realize his range of motion, and it's like, oh, that's actually pretty sick.
But
so he's got wheels in his knees, is what you're saying?
He has like wheels. He pretty much has like spheres in his knees. They're pretty much spheres, right?
Yeah.
And his range of motion on his knees is any direction he chooses to go. And he can move at like 30 miles per hour any direction. So he's like really hard to hit.
So have you ever played Vanquish?
That. Yes, he's that.
It's like that. Do you know what that game is, Derek?
Yeah, I've never played it though.
I think you would like it actually.
He's like
it's so over the top and ridiculous. It's power sliding on your knees like that would be fucking amazing. Okay.
Everybody's trying to hit him. He's like, why can't we hit? Why can't we make contact?
What's his name?
Knees, he's too mobile.
What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
What's his code name?
I don't know. Wheel knees?
What?
Wheel knees?
Wheel knees?
His name is Wheelie O'Neilio.
Wheelio Neilio. All right.
He prefers that to running now. So what are you doing, man? I'm gonna go for a walk.
We got one last one.
Okay, so Come Man, Toad, Wheelie O'Neilio, Rudy Giuliani. And who else? Last one.
Tim Pool without his beanie. Tim Pool without his beanie.
He's like a constant solar flare. It's almost like
is he
stare
bald?
directly at him. He's very bald. Yes,
he's extremely bald.
He's very bald. Really?
You never seen Tim Pool without a beanie?
I've never seen him without his beanie on.
Oh wow.
Beanie on.
Well, I'll pull it up real fast.
Is he balding or is it gone?
Well, he has. Like,
oh my god, we had this discussion
years
already.
Ago, he just had little cul-de-sac-y thing, but I imagine by now he's just totally bald.
He's bald. He's a totally bald person. We already had this discussion. There is no such thing as bald to the point where nobody has any hair. Like, that's not real.
Well, it's just like
he is a bald
patches
person.
Where it's
is
like almost
his head entirely bald?
Some people have like alopecia.
That's not what bald means.
Yeah.
That's what I'm clarifying. Is his head bald only?
Well, I said
is his head completely shaven? Sorry. Is his head completely shaven?
No.
Is his head completely shaven? Not that we've seen. No. Even when he got his beanie snatched off, one of the last protests he was at years ago.
Someone snatched his beanie off. That's so mean. Don't.
I mean,
leave Timothy Poole alone, man. Even though he's a freaking, he's gotten people killed. Leave him alone.
He'd probably gotten plenty of people killed. You know, his family, like his mom, his dad, and his sister made YouTube videos shitting on him. Like they're very low key.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're very low key. His sister and his dad, like Lisa Poole, and I forgot the dad's name, but they put them online. They put online themselves. I have no idea. I have no idea what he is or anything.
He looks Hispanic.
Tim Pool?
I mean,
I don't think so.
To me, if he's Hispanic, I would say he's like fucking, like he just looks like European to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what really bothers me?
Like Spanish, Portuguese.
What bothers me about Tim Pool is that he's actually like a talented dude. That's what really frustrates me about him. Is that like he could have done so many other things.
He's a good skater.
Instead, he was just
skates pretty well.
Yeah, he's a good skater. He's a good guitarist too. Like I jammed with him. I think like a couple years ago, and he's really good at it. And it's just like, man,
yeah,
what a shame.
Yeah, anyway. I also hate he has that main character scenario. Yeah. Where he like sings too now in his music, and I'm like, ugh, don't do that, dude. Just be the guitarist.
Yeah.
Just be the guitarist, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so
please.
It's
to me, to me, my X-Men. And Tim Pool rolls in. He does a barrel roll, flashes like the sun, off his bald head. It cut, and then Come Man, furiously masturbating, comes on the lens of the camera. And then we see who else was on? Who else was in this?
Rudy.
Oh yeah, Rudy. We see him just standing completely still and sweating vigorously.
Just sweating.
And then you see.
I like the idea of a character like
Wheelie O'Neilio.
What are you gonna do? And Come Man just thrusts his dick into the ground, and the earth starts shaking, and then geysers of cum start coming out of the fucking ground.
That's crazy. That's
oh man, that's impressive. Yeah, that's my strongest technique.
See, that's beyond.
He can't
mutants.
walk. He's really tired afterwards. He's super
lethargic.
That's
beyond mutant. That's magic. That's crazy.
That's Omega level, bro.
He's
that's
like more powerful.
Mutant,
He's like more powerful than fucking Magneto.
Like come hands is arguably as strong as Cable full power. Like it's a real like their bout would do a lot of damage to the planet. And people are like, what the fuck? You're just cum based. Like, yeah, there's a lot of cum, dude. Think how many people have existed. Have power of all that cum. All cum that Will ever and has ever existed I can control.
To me, my sex man. My sexy
I
sex
can
man.
control cum in the future. I can control future cum. I can control past cum. I can control cum on different planets. I can control the Shi'ar's cum.
That's stupid. Days of Future cum. I'd be like, that would be a good one.
You don't think Sentinels cum? Sentinels can come too.
All right. All right, now you're getting ridiculous.
We got our
bro.
team.
No,
let's get our last question.
Power is outrageous.
Let's get our last question, and then after that, do one of you guys who wants to read the names?
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Well, all right. Well, Kingston's reading the names.
But
that was the test.
Nice.
That was the test.
What's the point of asking?
Yeah,
that is I hate that.
Don't worry, bro.
I am the cum.
You do this for me. It's like
I
no.
am the cum. Don't weigh a cum. Don't need to cum to get erect up on his meat. Balsta made by Denzel Cummy wrote it. He says, "Hello, punkhead, metalhead, and sneakerhead. First time writing in, but I have been watching since the Amos Yee episode. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Jeez.
Finally subscribed just to get my. I remember. You know why I know that's a long time ago? Because I remember editing the thumbnail, and I haven't done that in fucking years. But I haven't been watching. But I've been watching since the Amos Yee episode. Finally subscribed just to get my hands on that Brile, the Brile tea. Well, so ridiculous. Welcome aboard. Thank you for that shirt's gonna be gone, by the way. But that's such a stupid. That was our test print. That's the only reason that's available for sale is because it was our test print. That's gonna go super soon. By the way, did you guys see that somebody animated him?
Someone animated it. That was fucking cool. I just saw that recently, actually. That For You thing shows very ancient tweets to me.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Instagram. Anyway, that's what I meant. Well, both.
He says,
both,
my question is, what is something you were out of the loop on / didn't get around to for the longest time, but when you did, it ended up being one of your favorite things you've ever seen? I asked this because I finally watched Dracula Flow a couple weeks ago and couldn't stop laughing for a solid 10 minutes. Much love. Happy late birthday to Sween. And thank you for keeping my work shifts bearable as I clean up after grown adults who can't keep a public restroom clean. Damn. Sorry to hear about that. But I'm glad we can help you through that. Yeah, totally. Another societal thing will kill you for that.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, we'll kill you for that. I'm sure there's so many examples of this.
It's so funny, though. I didn't expect this dude was going to say Dracula. I thought he was going to say, like, a piece of media, like a piece of art that's, like... I was thinking, like, he was going to say a television series or something. He's like, Dracula Flow. He's like, this is my shit now. So I wasn't expecting that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things. I'm late on most things because I don't like to... First of all, I hate... Like, X-Men 97 is pissing me off, for example... because I have to wait weekly. Like I'm having that anticipatory feeling where most things I'm like, I'll fucking wait for the whole entire series to wrap up and then I'll watch it in bulk. Cause I just prefer that. I prefer it now. I'm gonna fuck about weekly discussions and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, something that I jumped on really late. Well, I'll tell you that technically, I jumped on Mass Effect kind of late, where I didn't pay attention to it. My brother was playing Mass Effect 2, and I visited him at his apartment. And I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. And I just kind of brushed it off, like I wasn't really paying attention. And then I played Mass Effect 2 closer to when Mass Effect 3 was I think it was starting to get buzz. I don't know if the demo was out yet, but it was close to around that time where I was like, this is fucking amazing. And then it was cool, so then I got to play Mass Effect 3 just a little bit after, it released, I don't know how many months afterwards, but I jumped on that hype just way late, and I was like, I can't fucking believe I didn't play this immediately. It was, that was a big one for me.
Yeah, that was kind of, from a technicality standpoint, I guess Halo is that for me too, because I didn't really truly get into it until just before 3, like 2006. So Halo 2 had been out for like a couple years, and I had it, and I played it a lot, but I don't think I understood that I liked to play it, but I didn't understand that I loved it yet, because it didn't really absorb into me. And then like 3 was just such a hype, like a unavoidable hype thing, that it just consumed me, and then I like retroactively played everything. So technically that was late, but
right.
I outside of media, I'll say this: I was really late to sushi, like as food, like specifically, because like I remember trying sushi rolls at like certain places around where like we lived in Fishkill, and I didn't like it at all. And I didn't like the imitation crab. I didn't like the fucking cucumber in it. I was like, this sucks. And then it wasn't until I think I moved out here, literally, that I had like just the fish with the rice. Like what is that called? There's like a word for it, nigiri, or something. I don't know. Whatever. There's a word for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I had that, I was like, oh, I'm 22, and I like this. I should have been having this the whole time. This is annoying. So I was really late to that. Not media or anything, but it's the one that came to mind, because that's the one I'm super late to.
That counts. I mean, I feel you. I'm a cooked man. I'm cooked.
Yeah,
everything.
I don't eat raw fish. I don't
everything
eat fish
cooked tastes better to me. I just don't
eat fish in general, actually. But,
I literally don't.
I think that's true for everything except for fish.
To me, that's
I think
so
cooked fish
to me.
tastes
like
like shit.
Crazy.
Really?
Like, yeah, I remember we had this conversation.
Even I've had good cooked fish. I'm like, this tastes pretty good, but I just don't like fish.
I've had good cooked fish, but the issue is like the best cooked fish I've had is almost always worse than the most mid-cooked chicken, mid-cooked pork, mid-cooked steak that I've ever had. Like, I've never had fish that blew me the fuck away, where I'm like, oh, except when it's, in sushi, which is the only food that you can really eat raw like that. So, like, I'm just saying, well, I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat this meat that is specifically, exclusively, like, one of the few meats that you can eat raw, cooked, if it's, like, the least satisfying cooked meat of the meats available. Whereas all the other meats that you have to cook, you can eat raw. Like, why would I?
I don't like fish. I will never eat fish willingly anymore in my life. When I was younger, I've had some snapper that my grandmother has like made when I was younger. She's like, try a piece of it. And I can tell it tastes good, but I don't want it. Like, I don't want for fish.
So your problem is like you just don't want to eat fish mainly. That's like I understand that. Like I had bad experiences. I'm not saying you had a bad experience, but I had a bad experience with I may have told this story before, but I grew up being a sick kid. I couldn't keep most solids down till I was like 4, and my grandma had no respect for that or anything about me being a sick kid and not really being able to eat a lot of stuff. And she would make the nastiest fucking like greens, like the nastiest smelling things to me, like like a lot of southern shit that just smelled fucking nasty to me. And she would be like, "Oh, you can't, you must eat this," kind of a thing. And it made me have a disdain for a lot of that stuff. Got older, a lot of greens like that don't taste bad to me anymore, but I just don't want them. I just don't fucking want them. Like I just don't I just don't want it. I'm like, I don't want to eat it. And even though I'll eat it sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I just don't fucking want it. Get it away from me. I'll get my greens from fucking supplements. I just like I have fucking vitamin supplements in it, and I get everything I need. And so I understand that sentiment. And fish is complicated too, though, because there's a lot of fish that just smells like ass already, and then some people are like, I don't want that. And then there's your fancier fish that like tastes more like chicken, but it's like if you're trying to get more of a chicken flavor, might as well have chicken. Like say like a halibut or a swordfish or something that tastes pretty fucking good. It doesn't have a really fishy taste to it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are like, this is great fish, and I'm like, well, you could get probably better chicken in it, and it's better and cheaper. And catfish is amazing. In my opinion, fried catfish is fucking awesome. But some people that are hardcore fish fans hate fucking catfish. Like it's complicated. So fish is kind of weird. But I'll fuck up some fish though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the texture of it. I don't like the way it comes apart. Like specific, like tilapia and salmon, like the way it comes apart in like weird like slices, like as you're eating it, it's like.
I love that, man. Salmon's too fishy to me, man. I can't. JoJo loves salmon, and I'm like
tilapia. I don't hate.
The house smells like fucking shit, man. It just smells like something.
I can't do it.
Tilapia is the standard fish, right? That's the standard. Like, it's cheap. It's if you're trying to just get cheap, lean protein, get a big bag of tilapia. It's the leanest shit you can get. I might get some fish later. I don't know.
I actually want sushi now. I think I might go get some.
Whoop.
All right,
hell yeah, dude.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
It's time. Yeah, we've been at it for a while. Or like a reasonable time, I think. What's our recording at? Yeah. Now's about the time to go. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Snark Tank podcast. Remember, you can support us over at patreon.com/snarktank. Get your merch at snarktank.shop. There's a password that is available on the Patreon, and you can see that. What are you doing? What is that on your head?
My new hat. It's my new hat.
What object is that?
It's a cap for my water bottle.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand what I was looking at for a second. It's like the strap really confused me.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna read the names of our $25 and up patrons now. Kingston, take it away.
You ready, Sween?
Let me fill them up real quick.
Oh, you okay? Y'all just slow on that shit, bro. Like, have this shit. Fucking, I'm gonna just badger you for no reason.
Filter. Paid members.
Guys, I don't usually fuck with Monster because who gives a fuck? But the green tea is immaculate. I was shocked because I was like, I just want something to wake me up and blah 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 blah. Oh my god! Stop fucking horrible. Emailing me.
Okay, I'm gonna count down.
Sorry.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Round-eyed Asian. I am cum. Don't wait cum. Don't need cum to get erect.
Sing it like
Meet
Denzel
the
Curry.
Beats. What you call it? Byzantine by Denzel Curry. It's fucking.
Do it.
That's terrible.
Do it.
Who put the sex in the sex offender? Who put the sex in the sex offender? Yeah, that's me. Zero to hero Hercules. Briar, been all up in ya.
Binya. What the hell, dude? What did you just say?
Been up in ya. Briar, been up in ya. What did I say?
Say it again.
Briar, been up in ya. Been all up in ya, sorry.
It's Binya, been all up in ya.
I don't... Dude, you need glasses. Please get glasses,
I'm pussy
sir.
like a bloodhound. Her yeast infection turned my sinuses cavity into a brewery. That's disgusting.
MCG.
She raised my flag till Nepal for Super Earth. She raises my flag till I napalm for Super Earth. The Home Depot day laborer who touched my son. Negromancer Miguel O'Hara's trans mass pussy. Walter Goggins, Turian pussy is
Walton
in
Gaggins.
This life or the next.
Oh my god!
Splish, splish splash. I was gaping his ass.
There we go.
It's a prank, bro. As he places semen in his penis. As he places semen in his penis, doesn't make sense. Pussy boy wanted beef after Galactic Acquisition. Wipe me down, cause I'm covered in cum, little booze. That's pretty funny. Jack, the world's fastest Maori and the only Snark Tank fan from New Zealand. I thought Chris was on the new Cheese and Sapnack box. I don't know what the fuck that is. Big Meaty Stinks. Andy, the man whose hand jobs are S tier and dandy. Time in my climax to the Buddy Holly guitar lick. Buddy Holly. Who's Buddy Holly?
The Weezer.
If you take Tim Pool's beanie off, he looks like Cuphead. That's fucking mean. He smoker eating out her mountain meat too. Get your horse see sliss.
What are you reading?
Eating out her meat mountain to get the horse Cecilis. I don't know what that is.
I think are you reading the right list?
Uncle Magic molested Tom Sweeney at the ripe age of 30 at his birthday party. He did not. Walter and Jesse as Courage and Eustace. Tariq Nasheed's secret white gay lover. Smallroom. His name, The Real Chris, died after the Schmucks podcast. I don't know what that means. Homeless trans femme whose comes.
Well, he doesn't know
Alexander and Alexandra.
I don't think you're reading the right list.
Really?
Are you reading the right list?
Yeah, I'm doing the $25 patrons. The pay $25 ones.
How many?
Wait. Did you select status active?
I did not select status active. I fucked to do that.
My nigga.
I didn't think I had to do that.
Well, you did it the last time you read them.
Go back down to
active payments.
So yes, Heath Smoker Gids. Go back down to Smormoo.
So how many is there? It should be 3 pages then?
It should be 3 pages.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, the homeless trans femme who comes. Destiny certified Zionist, certified genocider. Thanks to saving my life and all of your gay. The entire reality, a bashed like a bag of carrots. Listen to the sword drawn by army of the pharaohs and see if you recognize the sample. They're like Jedi mind tricks. Excuse me.
Bless you. I'm not saying it again.
Well,
this is awesome.
The
readers.
One of my lectures got cucked by the lead singer of Pixies. I once saw Sweeney do a 50 slow handstand push-ups. You never saw me do that. KSC's my curse. There is cum burning on what to find. Who will you come for me? Mr. Pants. My biggest fantasy is to watch pregnant Chris get ran through by all the food of Spider-Man. That's fucking terrible. Ball of the First Sin. Spud Buffers. Hey guys, I fell asleep. Can you do the whole episode over for me? Jolly old dipshit. Wet nipples. Fallout actor. Moises Arias. May the loads drip and splatter.
Moistus Areolas is so ridiculous. That's so dumb.
Fiberglass, the fleshlight plank. Dracula Flow smoking that shit that made Stevie Wonder. Retardigrade. Fred Flintstone shitting all over himself. Jackass 3 addiction. Hunter Dubois, yum yum, eat dick all day. That's 1 page.
Yep.
Okay, Lily's milking Asmongold. Wait, Lily McAsmongold for the first 1 drop of piss. That's terrible. The world's slowest, skinniest, most breedable Maori. The Beatles give us your dong, you're the penis man. That's written horribly. Wow. Lily Asparagus, binging piss dealer. You must go to the bodega system. It's Dagobah system. Casual container, the Cracker Barrel for gays. Caucasian container, Cracker Barrel for gays. Disgruntled, Donald Trump's burping on Dom's clit. My granny shits with the door open. Max Silhouette. I convinced my friend, 25, that a camel's second hump is where he stores the piss. I made sure to come clean because I remembered, and the rest of the name is cut off. She pippin' on my Pippa. Possum. Chris milks mascarpone on the weekend. What is that?
Marsupials
on the weekend. Derek, please stop being wrong all the time.
No problem.
Maybe slightly above average clean energy. How can I be homophobic? I blew his brains out. Just a hard R. Star Coffee. Rip the digital hookah. Now I'm getting molested on the... What is it? On the 7 embryonic Sheldon. One I've learned from Drake and Kendrick versus Kendrick is that Toronto accent is fucking awful, somehow worse than the Swedish accent. My son froze to death in the wastelands of Ohio, going homeless, paying you fucks, and now I'm at his memorial. R.I.P. John. What is it? Trans Femme Gremlin. exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million roentgens of ionized radiation. Yush Wormst cried the Canadian, featuring an icy hand job from the frosty Edmonton hit hooker. It's your boy Shawnee D, Agent 47 in a lobster suit, giggling and wiggling his knees like a schoolgirl, waiting for Warren G. Hardy to enter the kitchen. 30XO mag dump farting toward the Honest Abe's statue at the Lincoln Memorial. There is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole in the shock. You need more cock of horse cock. That's terrible. Slipping, nice. Stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like this. Drip MH, Lord of Homeless Drip. LO Cool J voice. Don't call it a cum shot. Obi, won't you blow me? Jackson Vermin. Norwegian game dev now developing Cardboard Quest. I'm homeless now. Kremlin the Gremlin. Dib Membranes is our only light-skinned Hispanic rep. Dib Membrane? Who's Dib Membrane? Is that in person?
Dib is from
I'm gonna steal your bones. Oh, Dib's Hispanic?
Yeah, he is.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're all Hispanic. Like, Dib and Gaz and, like... Because Jonan Vasquez is Mexican, and so he made everybody's... That's fucking crazy. That's pretty fire. Yeah.
She Alvarez on my mention to she Azrath on my Synthos. Azrath on my Mentron to Lysinthos, I guess. One fish, two fish, gay fish, swing fish. Zoo by Denzel Fury. And rounding out our list, King of Haphazards, racist Fallout Walter Gaggins be like know what we used to call you your kind before the bombs fell, Darky. Oh, he called him a dark spirit. Wage Slave 583, Sad Man from Michigan, telling the boys it isn't gay to join the Snark Tank sex cult as a bottom, but I'm secretly crossing my fingers. The Beanie Brothers, Master Roshi Flow, drank Master Roshi's corn circuit water and got straight pop and launching senso beans. All right, next page. Donkerson. I speak for the trees. For some fucking reason, they are speaking Vietnamese. Installing a faulty nerve link into Chris's head that plays Thunder on repeat. You gotta pay the toll to get into the boys' hole. Gate 6 is afraid of Gate 7 because 7 gaped 9. Robin Hood and Little John fucking in the forest. Oodalada, oodalada. Oh, golly, what a gay. That is the stupidest thing I've read in a long time. Sweden reading the names was awesome. You did 2 shows a week. Have Chris do the first and then have Chris do the first read. Have Chris do the first read, then Sweden or Derek do the second one. Disease Queef. Help me, the dumbest lesbian, JFK's brainworms. I'll carpet bomb the Gaza Strip for a quarter. John Strickland, chronic herpes, cum 40, seek my boy getting stuffed and drowned, huge orgy with so much sound. Merck's 1889, she palm all over my cove until I know she's just a beach. The first church of Keith Davis, Willy Wonka be like, goon with me, and we'll be in a world of pure savage imagination. Masturbation, sorry. The second church of Keith David, which is better than the first church of Keith David. Peas, Blade 896. I gotta hit up that bitch Delphine. Is it Delphine? I need to get myself some elf man ass. Oh my god. And Thalmor Ebussy. Thalbush Imbussy. Happy belated birthday to Sween. Also, you're gay. Place Enter the Sandman poorly. Chris trying to read the pa. Kingston falling down an escalator that takes him up as fast as he falls down. Alaskan Mayo full of trash. Texas tater salad. Sween with the face of a 10-year-old white girl. Sue Hulk. Tickle my ass here. Snicky Zicky. Honk. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly brave. Hugger Derek. Is it Honk?
Let's go.
No, you said it right.
Is that literally from the fucking thing we just did?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Badly brave. Hugger Derek. Duck cunt. the vegan necromancer, I got consent, Aetherian, what is it? Bulgarian punter, Malphus 1, finally rehabilitated and back on the saddle with 2 functioning hands, and last but not least, the king of haphazard. Ugh.
Holy shit.
We did it, guys.
Yeah, we got it.
I'm out of here. Bye. I'm leaving right now.
We made it through. Sweetie, you need glasses. I'll buy them.
I do need glasses
desperately. Like, will you please go get your prescription and then
just take mine. Just take my prescription.
I'm not, because then I'll be worse. Because then you'll be blind and I'll also be blind. It won't help anybody.
Like,
all right,
please get a prescription. Please, just get it. Just do your exam and get it, please.
I refuse.
I can do it for you. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Next time, Derek will read the names.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All
right.
To me, my retarded X-Men. To me.